Think and Grow Rich's books, Think and Grow Rich, the original, Think and Grow Rich for Women, Think and Grow Rich for the Black Man. I've studied Think and Grow Rich for the last several years. So I want to bring a little bit of that insight to other people, and it'd be really helpful to help them in life and in business. Now, the first step in Think and Grow Rich for becoming rich, and rich doesn't just mean wealth and money, it also means richness in life. It means a lot more than just the dollars in your pocket. So also remember that as we're going through this book. The first step in Think and Grow Rich is desire. Desire. All achievement, no matter what its nature or purpose is, must begin with an intense, burning desire, something definite that you want. Through some strange mental chemistry, which the universe or God or whatever you believe in has never really divulged to us. Nature wraps this intense desire, that something that just have to have, and you don't accept any failure whatsoever. Thomas Edison was a success story that they talked about in Think and Grow Rich. Yesterday, I picked up this little plaque and it says, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways not to do something or that won't work. And that's by Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison had this dream, this burning desire to build a lamp that worked with electricity. It began with he putting that dream into action. Despite more than 10,000 attempts of learning how to not do it. Now, Thomas Edison gave us 6 steps for this burning desire. Task number 1. Only those who are money conscious will ever accumulate a money consciousness. That means they have to have a desire of money, that possession. You have to fix an amount in your mind, in your goals you write down, in your words to get it. If you just say, I want more money. Here's $1. There you go. What's that particular amount? What do you want that particular amount of money for? Do you want to pay off the mortgage? Do you want a college fund? Do you want to buy a freaking island? Is it going to make you feel safe and secure? What is it? I used to have this receptionist that she'd come to me all the time and she'd go, I want to make more money. I'd hand her, a dollar bill, and I'd say, congratulations, you made some more money today. She'd go, no, Christy, that's not what I want. And I tell her this over and over again for years. I give her opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to make more money, but she just kept getting in her own way. She couldn't get out of her own way. She couldn't figure it out. You have to have the exact amount. And remember, anything that ends in 0 is a big O fat lie. Don't have it end in 0. You have to have a burning desire. You have an intention to give. This is task number 2, an intention to give. Many years ago, a general, a great warrior was up against an enemy. And he knew this enemy had many more soldiers than what he had. So he took his soldiers, they sailed over to the island, the other country that they wanted to defeat. And when he got over there, he knew that he had to have an intention to give. He had to do something so that his men would live. So what he did was gave an order to burn the boats after he unloaded all his soldiers and all of the ammunition and everything they needed. They burnt the boats, and he told his soldiers, he said, if you want to survive and get off this island alive, we have to defeat these people. Because that smoke over there, that's our boats burning. If you want to take the island, burn the boats. That's what he did. And they won. You have to have this powerful desire backed by faith. Because this is what gives people the power and wealth. People that had nothing that are now millionaires and billionaires. I've seen the grave rob the person. I've seen people who had nothing and got defeated come back hundreds, if not thousands of different ways. You have to determine exactly what you want to give in return to get that money, that thing that you desire. There's no such reality as something for nothing. I would like to give blank to get that specific amount of money that you want to do. What do you want to give? Do you want to work with children? Do you want to work with the homeless? Do you want to help with the needy? Do you want to build a handyman empire? Do you want to build HVAC empire? What do you want to do? Do you want to feel a part of a community? Do you want to feel generous? Do you have something to give? Task number 3. You have to have a definite date. Here's a success story for you. Charles Dickens began pasting labels on blackening pots. The tragedy to him was he lost his first great love. It tore up the depths of his soul. That tragedy produced David Copperfield. It was a success that made the world richer and better because of his torment, his pain. He made the world a better place. A burning desire has to transmutate into a physical equivalent. Establish a definite date that you want to possess that desire. My definite date is. It is a special date. Is it Thanksgiving? Is it an Independence Day for you? What is it? Task number 4. You have to have a definite plan. You have to create a definite plan for carrying out that desire from the beginning and put that plan into action. My plan of action is BOP A, BOP B, BOP C. Examples, maybe you want to do this or that or research or take a class or start whatever. You may as well know right here what you want. You can have those riches. You can have those great quantities unless you yourself are not willing to work for it. The most powerful thing in the world is action. Here's a poem that I came across, and I'm going to read it, so please bear with me. If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you think you win, but you can't, you can't. If you're almost certain you won't, you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For those out of this world we find, success begins with a fellow's will. It's all a state of mind. If you think you're outcast, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger, to the faster man, but sooner or later, the man who wins is the man or woman who thinks she can. Task number 5 is a statement of desire. A great astronomer named Cornopolis dreamed of a multiplicity of worlds and revealed them. He was not hailed an impractical thinker after he had triumphed. Instead, the world worshipped his shrine. There was no success that required apologies or tragedies or failures or no alibis. You have to write out a clear and concise statement about the amount of money you intend to acquire. Name that time limit for the acquisition. State when you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly a plan that you intend to accumulate it. The exact amount of money I desire is bop. I intend to give this in return for the money that I get. I intend to possess the money by, my plan of action is, and then sign it and date it. Remember, those who succeed a lot of the times get off to a bad start and pass through heartbreaking struggles to get to where they want to be before they arrive. And overnight success takes 15 years. And it usually comes after a moment of crisis, once they finally achieve what they truly want to. Now, task number 6 is to read aloud the statement that you've written twice a day. Marconi dreamed of a system of intangible forces, his friends to help took him to the psychiatric hospital and announced that he had discovered that he could send messages through the air. It's probably what they said when they talked about this little box that you'd put in your pocket, a cell phone many years ago. Evidence that he did not dream, and he found these wireless radio waves. Marconi is a success story. You want to read that statement aloud 2 times a day. This is the hard labor. This is the difference between wanting and wishing for the things that you want to receive. No one is ready until they believe that they can acquire it. Open-mindedness is essential for this belief. You have to desire it, and you have to put those things into action, a plan to do it. You can dream it all you want, but you have to put into action what you want to do. Think about 3 things that you dream of. 3 things that you want to acquire. Where? When? How? Allow yourself to dream about it. Write it down and then put action steps and getting towards what you want to do. This was a quick discussion of the first step of Think and Grow Rich, desire. I am Christy Ogle.